It came! I've got a big unboxing to do. Now, you can only see this section right here, but if I lift it up, look at that bad boy. So this section here, which goes all the way along, yeah? So look. Yeah, all the way along here. That's the main airsoft weapon. And then in this side right here, this bigger, boxier section has some accessories in there and some more airsoft weapons. So I'm gonna do an unboxing, and today's video is about what's in this part of the package. And for those of you who recognize this tape right here, no, this isn't a sponsored video. I will just say it's a Polski sklep. Right, so it is a Polish shop, airsoft shop in Poland. I ordered a few things. And basically I'm going to start doing a series of videos called Airsoft on a Budget. Okay, so let's have a look in this one first. Oh! A full face mask. Yeah, we'll check that out in another video. Ha ha! Now, when I bought this, I was thinking, should I just go and buy the Snow Wolf version or the way more expensive version? But then I thought, nah, I'm not a sniper. But I do like collecting airsoft weapons. So I thought, let me go for the budget version first. And now because I bought the budget version of this Barrett, I thought I could start a little mini series of airsoft on a budget. So yeah, let me start off by saying the barrel is all metal from here all the way to here. Now this part here is not metal. This is where you would adjust your hop up. And of course, you have this awesome looking muzzle brake. What a beast. That's polymer, not metal. Okay, manual. Let's get to it. Hex keys, or as I prefer to call it, Allen keys. Oh, and another speed loader, because you could never have too many speed loaders. Right, let's do it. Look at this beast. Oh! Oh, and of course you've got an unjamming rod. You can even use it to clean the barrel. You just put a little piece of thing for... Anyway, this is the look, I have to go back. Do you know what? Hang on. Okay. Look at the size of this thing on its own without the barrel. It's still filling up most of the screen. Doesn't it look like an awesome, massive, oversized M4? With a humongous magazine. Anyway, so before I put this together, let me show you this humongous magazine. What, talk about an overkill. But in the real steel world, yeah, they're big. So they had to replicate it in an airsoft world, despite the fact all of this right here is not for BBs. You'd think you could fill this whole thing up with BBs and this would be a high cap magazine. No. This, my airsoft friends, is just a storage compartment. Anywho, this big, huge magazine only takes about 20 BBs. But you know what? I suppose you could say it makes it more realistic. Now I say more realistic, it's still really twice that of the real steel, because I believe in the real world, the Barrett M82A1, the 50, the whopping 50 caliber version of this, I think the magazine capacity is around 10, so it's still twice the amount. in the airsoft world. Okay, let's get the barrel on. Let's show you this in its full awesomeness. Okay, let's get this barrel in, and it's important to note it has to go in a specific way and twisted a specific direction. Because if you put it in any old way, it will still go down. But if you get it wrong, nothing will come out of the business end. And note how far down the barrel has to go before it hits the receiver. All the way down there, and then you just twist it, and we're good to go. Well, almost good to go. If you want that barrel to be nice and secure in your Barrett, pop in the supplied little grub screw, secure it, and your barrel will not wobble at all, and it will be nice and tight. Size of this thing. Okay, let's get some BBs in this mag. But I will say this though, even though I think it's ridiculous that it only takes around 20 rounds, there's no rattling. I absolutely love an airsoft weapon that has BBs with no rattling. Well, it wouldn't want to rattle with only 20 odd BBs. And generally speaking, low and mid cap mags should never rattle. You leave that to the high cap mags. Now, look at the size of this thing. Let me try and get it in the camera. Hold on. Yeah, I'll just have to do it that way. Right, okay. Do you know what? I'm going to give you the positives and the negatives of this thing, of this beast, before I've even tested it. Let's start with the positives. I like that it looks just like the real still, yeah? I'm a collector and I use some of these things in some of the movie productions that I'm involved with. Secondly, the weight. It's not realistic at all when it comes to the weight. It is quite light. And that is a positive to me because why? Well, you could literally run around the airsoft field one-handed like you're Rambo or someone, like you've got super strength, and you shouldn't get arm ache that easily. Nice weight. But for realism, have I got another negative for you? Okay, here we go. Plastic, 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 plastic. Oh, sorry, some of you purists would probably prefer me to say polymer, 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 polymer. I nearly got that wrong. The only metal components of this thing are your screws along this long rail. There's another positive for you. Look at the size of that rail. Yeah, I'll just pretend you didn't just see me accidentally knock the locking pin out and also that I didn't put the mag in securely. Continue. And your locking pins, where there are one or two about, they're all metal. And of course, your internals, you have metal components inside the receiver. But I must say, you've got a rather nice butt pad on the back. It's that nice rubberized butt pad. And of course, as I've mentioned before, the barrel is metal. Oh, and the trigger is also metal. It's still a fairly solid piece for the price you can get this bad boy at. And I still think it's hilarious that I'm holding it at an angle and it's pretty much still not fitting in the screen. I think it's just fitting in the screen. Oh, and another slight negative. If you're not careful, you can easily pull these out. Even when you're not trying to pull it out, just a few knocks with your hand and they just fall out. It's just not very secure. Tell you what, let me put it in the other side, see if it makes a difference. Okay, well, it's quite, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Nice and tight from this side. Nice. Right, so on this side you have your fire selector switch. Right now it's in your safe position and it's in your fire mode. And I tell you what, for something that's that budget, listen to the positive click you get when you move this selector switch. Listen. That's quite good actually. I expected it to be a lot looser than that. It's not perfect, don't get me wrong, because midway through, like here, I'm always honest with my reviews, right here, feels very loose. But once it gets closer to home, when you bring it on home, listen, it gets a lot stiffer and it locks in very firmly. And that's really what's more important than anything else, is a firm safety position. And of course, just behind the mag, you've got your mag release. Now, reminds me of an AK, because if you put your thumb right here, and if you want to grab the mag at the same time, plus grab the mag out, you've got to have pretty big old hands, right? So like that, and you can take your mag out like that. However, if your hands are not big enough to get around all of this awesomeness, all you have to do is secure the stock under your armpit, put your hand around the grip, and because this rifle is so light, you can let go the front end, put it under your mag, and just manipulate the release this way. Nice. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna have a little shooting test, but today's shooting test is going to be different because this bad boy is so huge, so long. As most of you know, the property where I do my filming from now, it really doesn't have that much of a long range. It's more suitable to normal airsoft weapons and airsoft pistols. I'm not going to insult your intelligence by pretending to do an accuracy test with this, because I would need a much longer range to test this out properly. So what I will do is, one, I will test the true capacity of this mag. It is full, okay? It is absolutely full, and I will fire each BB to see if each BB successfully leaves this long barrel, and then I will run a little chrono test. Okay, this is the bit that excites me as well. How does the charging handle sound when you pull it? Is it pathetic, or does it sound rather good? Let's try this. Anyway, it's quite solid, I'll give you that. It's not flimsy, it's not loose, it's a good old pull, so it would suggest there's a nice strong spring in there. So let's start firing at this target without a target, if you see what I'm saying. And let's see if we can pop off all 20 rounds. Well, it should be about 20 or 21. Let's just take it off safe. So that's one. I'll tell you what, it's a strong old spring. It gives the arm a good old workout. This bad boy kept going, and I managed to empty the mag. Okay people, let's chrono this beast. Now, I'm expecting around 400 FPS, but hey, let's see. Right, I'm expecting, out of the box, no upgrades, about 400 FPS. Okay, not bad at all. So it's a little bit more than I expected, to be honest. I think the highest one it hit was 420, but we were pretty much averaging 415 FPS out of the box, no upgrades. And the key word there, upgrades, because this is one of the most upgradable budget rifles you can get. You can even get a CO2 conversion kit for this as well, so it's no longer just a Springer, it will be a CO2 powered Barrett. Yeah, and yeah, there's many more different parts that you can upgrade. Just take a look in the video description if you'd like more details about that and the different retailers that stock this. And I do believe Lancer Tactical also have one that is identical. In fact, I'm even sure it's just one company that makes this one by Galaxy and the one by Lancer Tactical. I could be wrong, but I know for sure they're both at the same sort of price point and they're both budget Barretts M82A1.